What's going on, guys? Welcome to another session with Phrankleen. If you're watching this for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Um, if you're watching this as a playback, thank you for doing so. This is your first time. Give consideration to hitting the like button. Give consideration to smashing the subscribe button, and yeah, hit the bell button, and so that you are alerted when I'm online, when I'm live streaming. All right. So let's get the show started. For those that are watching me for the first time this season, say it like it is. It's pretty much a segment where we talk about eclectic topics that have to do with us within the Black community. If I'm looking below, forgive me. I'm basically trying to just pull up, you know, the live stream on my mobile phone. All right. If you can hear me, you can see me. Smash the like button. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Emmanuel, Katie Phrankleen, Love, Next Entertainment, Edith, Mirella, what's up, everybody? Thank you for allowing me your eyeballs and eardrums. All right? Okay. Let's get the show started, shall we? So, these stories a bit of a lengthy one, but it's quite interesting. So, a gentleman that watches my channel sent me this story. It's very interesting. So, I don't know. Should we crack on? Are you ready? Should we start? Give me your thumb up. Yes, if you want me to start off with a story. Somebody said hello, Mr. Phrankleen. Hello, bro. Maudlin 25, is it? Kate Frimpy said the title already got me mad. Yeah. Are you ready? Right. All right. Okay. Hello, Phrankleen. Is that Ghana lady? I'm fine, thank you. I'm all right. I'm absolutely fine. Right, let's get the show started. So, right. Give me Luashion Adio. All right, let's get the show started. So, it's a bit lengthy, so you're going to have to pay attention, and I'll read it out to you. So, I'm not going to name the people, so follow the story. A Nigerian man living in Italy accused his estranged wife of planning to take his life and take over all of his properties in Italy and Nigeria. He alleged that his wife falsely wrote to the Italian government to deport him to Nigeria. Before I crack on, these episodes are sponsored by Adron Homes and Properties. Been advertising them for a minute. They're a fantastic real estate company in Nigeria. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, you can see the information scrolling past right at the bottom. So for those of you in the diaspora who are contemplating on owning real estate back home, parcel of lands for investment purposes to develop your properties and all that, maybe investment for yourselves or for your children or for the future and stuff, rather than stacking your money in the banks here in the West. Okay. I've got a good partnership with Adron Homes. So they've got fantastic offers for the Christmas season going on, amazing deals. So you can send me an email to my email address scrolling across at the bottom of the screen. Just say, Phrankleen, send me the application pack. Jabrila, I will send you the application pack this weekend, I promise. And everyone else are still waiting, okay? Adron Homes have got properties in Abuja, Lagos, Ibadan, across, most popular parts of the nation, not the entire nation. And then they also sell capsules of already built apartments or nearly that are near completion. So some of you that maybe would like to buy ready-made apartments and stuff, they have that as well. We call them Vidco homes, like 2 bedroom, apartments and stuff like that. And if that's of interest, just let me know via email, and I can provide you helpful information. All right. Adron Homes, you don't pay a dime to Phrankleen directly. Every payment goes into the business account of the company. So what's my role? My role basically is to ensure that I collect every necessary information from you, inclusive of your application form, your deposit. If you cannot buy outrightly, you can spread across 6 months, 12 months, or 24 months. Okay, flexible payments. And then I chase up relevant paperwork for you in the background. And then once you're done paying for your land, maybe outrightly or at the end of your installment phase, I'll ensure you get every relevant document and stuff, and it belongs to you. All right. So if you're interested, in a nutshell, just bang me an email to the email address at the bottom of the screen. Just say, "Hi, Phrankleen. Hello, sexy." No, 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 don't say that. Hi, Phrankleen. Please send me the application pack for Adron Homes, and I'll bang it across. For those that have previously emailed me, forgive me, been inundated. This weekend, I'll do my best to reply everybody. And if you got any questions, feel free to come back to me and we take it from there. So let's crack on with the rest of the story. Right, let's go. So I'm going to start again. This story is about a Nigerian man living in Italy. It's a bit lengthy, but it's important that we go through it. Living in Italy, he accused his estranged wife of planning to take his life and take over his properties in both Italy and Nigeria. He alleged that his wife falsely wrote to the Italian government to have him deported to Nigeria. Right. The wife, I'm not going to mention the name, in an interview with a media organization, asked the husband's place of work and the Italian government to investigate him and make sure he was, removed, deported to Nigeria. That's quite vindictive, right? That's something. Phrankleen, the Babao Gay of talk show. You get what I'm saying? Thank you. Before I carry on, also, if you feel like supporting the show, you can use the detail scrolling across at the bottom of the screen. All right. If you feel like supporting the show, if you don't, you're not obligated, but if you want to support the show monetarily, those details are applicable. If not, thank you for your eyeballs, your eardrums, and at least hit the like button, share my video. That's another kind of support. All right. So let's crack on. She accused her husband, the man, of abandoning her and to marry another woman in Nigeria while still legally married to her. So basically, based off of that, she became vindictive, I believe, or should I say, allegedly. The Italian businessman said he moved out of their home in Italy in 2019 when it became obvious that he was about to succumb to depression as a result of the alleged maltreatment being meted out to him by the said wife. He alleged that his wife treated him as an errand boy in his own house where he had no say whatsoever. This gets interesting, though. It's a bit lengthy. I always try to compress, but I couldn't compress this one. So bear with me. He added that Veronica was the wife. Veronica, I just named the first name anyway, was the husband, while he was the wife during the years they stayed together, and that he endured an untold degree of ill treatment during their marriage. He said he stayed for long under the servitude because of his children, whom he wishes to see grow up with a father figure in their lives. Phrankleen, are Adron homes available in Lagos? Yes, they are. Eddie, they are available in Lagos, definitely. Right, said, I need Nigerians to help me. Firstly, I'm someone that doesn't like publicity, but I'm helpless currently and I don't even know where my helpers could come from. I've left the home that I've paid the mortgage for over 20 years, which I am still paying till today, because my home is one uncomfortable place where she shouts at me, slaps me, and gives me a wash down in the presence of the children at the slightest provocation. I could beg her when she was my wife for love making for weeks, begging for love making. Now that's crazy. I'm reading the story to you, so hey, for love making for weeks before traveling, and sometimes she would go away for as much as 3 months to Nigeria. He would beg her for love making, and she wouldn't grant him access to her sugar walls. Oh my tea boing boing. Apparently, she weaponized the sugar wall against him. She would knowingly deny me of lovemaking for weeks before traveling and go away for up to 3 months. It hurts to talk about this, but we have once had a reason to table this her attitude before one of my elder sister and her husband, but it didn't work out. She arrogantly responded that she knew that the husband could not even eat outside, let alone see another woman. So basically, she was quite confident that even after weaponizing her sugar wall against him, he wouldn't look elsewhere. Um, he wouldn't even eat outside. So she she knew his mumu button, as they say. Thank you. I've just gotten a Cash App alert on my phone now. If you sent me Cash App, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Um, all this time, I'm trying to jump so I can go to the meaty part of the story. So he said, I've been on anti-hypertension medication for a while. I was forced to leave home when I began to notice certain symptoms of the onset of depression in order to seek peace of mind and recovery. All this time after I left home, members of the church attempted to convene a reconciliation meeting between us, but she trashed everybody and all the efforts. I sincerely regret meeting this person I call my wife. He said she completely turned against me, my family and friends. My aged mother, who died at the age of 90, was a sworn enemy. She insisted my mama could not stay under the same roof with her, and since my mother refused to put up in a hotel or my family friends, we couldn't resolve the issues of my mom's visit to Italy forever. Because when the mother came, the wife wouldn't let his mom stay under the same roof. And apparently, according to him, the wife is the husband, wife, whilst the man is the beautiful wife. She wears the trousers and he wears the tutu. So, yeah, I'm trying to cut the chase as much as I possibly can. He said he met her sometime in 1988. They've been together for a long time. So you can see 1988 is a long time. So, but listen to this. Listen to this, how he met this lady. If this is in fact true. So when I came on a brief visit to Nigeria from Italy in 1988, where I'd been residing for some years, I'd earlier gone to Italy for further studies. On these fateful visits, one of my sisters have regretted the action, called my attention to a person. So that's how we met her. I asked her, and then he said she worked like an old maid, like kind of maid in a clinic nearby. And without proper investigation into who this person is, remember, you can imagine there was no social media, there was no Facebook at the time and stuff. He didn't do any research, nothing. Maybe love at first sight, as they say. He said, when I met her, I asked for her hand in relationship. And without knowing much about her, we approached the marriage registry for marriage registration. That's crazy. Um, though she declined the offer by my parents and family members to pay her dowry. I was a bit surprised at her decision then, but we pleaded that her father had so much hurt her. She pleaded that her father had so much hurt her and that he didn't deserve the honor of collecting a dowry. Red flag. So my family members were all taken aback at this stance, yada yada yada, and anyway, that's how he met her. Da 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 da. I'm trying to cut the chase. So he brought her to Italy. He said she had hardly stayed under his roof in Italy. Of course, he repeatedly gained access to a sugar walls. He left his stuff in there, got her pregnant within 1 month. Okonobule. She conceived their first child. So, and after all of this, before you know, 1 second. One second. So before you know, there are 3 children. Yeah, I'm trying to cut the chase here. I said, so he then decided that they register a family business. But he said the rules in Italy was, of course, you got to understand the Italian language to be able to navigate the Italian system. The Italian language being the primary language there, understandably so. So she had communication issues because she didn't understand Italian. So he had to go for like an e-commerce kind of training course. They decided to set up an African food business, like a supermarket, grocery store type thing. So he said, we had registered and established the family business, a supermarket, which I earlier went to commerce school for in order to meet the requirements. When the company was registered, we shared the shares 50-50. He gave her 50-50. He pulled up the bulk of the money and all that. So my decision was founded on my view of the relationship which we witnessed between my late father and mother in a lifetime. None of them had anything that was not jointly owned. So he felt they should jointly own regardless of who was bringing in what and stuff. He loved the so-called dysfunctional woman, according to the story. I also provided majority of the funds to start the business, and she only tried to work for short periods, and so can't claim money to have any money then. Such claims would have been based on falsehood because she didn't have much in the business. So he said, I used to go as far as London and also Nigeria to bring in goods, having created a relationship with some companies and individuals. However, with time, my wife began to claim that in as much as she was the one who physically stayed at the shop, the business belonged to her. That was where the war pretty much started. He said, we had a profoundly lousy marriage that was hanging in place by my desire to be there while my children were growing up. If you can hear me, you can see me and all of this melanin, smash the like button, give consideration to the subscribe button, and smash the bell button so you are notified whenever I'm online and I'm articulating myself just like I am. Thank you. As a person, I'm naturally an easygoing and peace-loving person. So he says in here, I was shocked to find out that I married a rude, callous, and loud woman. The attitude came out in full force and after the arrival of the 3 children. So basically, he said as soon as they had 3 children, up to 3 children, the attitude pretty much got explosive, and she discarded him emotionally and became vindictive, according to his claims. And I got to realize the mother married the man. Anyway, I had bought landed properties in different places over there in Nigeria before meeting her at all. But it was when we got married that we started construction on some of the landed properties. There was a time I reported her to her mother over some of her actions in Italy. Like I said earlier, I realized my wife suddenly changed towards me and the children. She was averse. Okay, he talked about her not wanting to go to church. I'm not going to talk about that. Right, let me just fast forward. But I was surprised when my wife told me she was behaving like after her mother spoke to her because I kept using my name alone on the properties I bought years before meeting her. She claimed I ought to have changed them to our names for peace to reign. I told her no problem, and I did that immediately. What? Listen to that part. She claimed I ought to have changed them to our names for peace to reign. Given the history with that type of a woman, this man, Mumunatu, Mumudin, Elenu Dere, he said, for peace to reign. What kind of peace? John Mumuni. I told her no problem, and I did that immediately. With that type of woman, God damn. You must be back in mad. Later, I realized my wife would come home late. She would leave the children at home and arrive home late. There's somebody definitely violating her sugar walls repeatedly and desperately, virtually every day, of course. Later, I realized, yeah, come home late. This led to another round of argument. Mashio. Come on, man. This led to another round of argument, so I reported her again to the mother, but she made a statement that baffled me. She said she was tired of me and her daughter. She said it was better we divorced and divided all properties into two. I was shocked. My mother-in-law advised her daughter to leave her husband's house. The woman, his wife, ex-wife, mother-in-law advised her. Mother-in-law narrated how she sent her son's wife away, that it would not cost her anything to initiate the separation. Not wanting to be separated from my children, I decided to endure till my children were all grown. However, after this, I realized things changed for me financially. I also found out my dreams changed to bad. All my business endeavors started crumbling. All my earlier prospering projects in Nigeria were not paid for, which has been a pending issue before a state government in Nigeria since 2012. He didn't elaborate. He said, I established an NGO and he had issues with that. Oh, at the last count, the NGO had rescued more than 5,000 prostitutes of African, especially Nigerian descent. So basically, he was helping women who had been trapped in prostitution, in the diaspora. He set that up according to the story. So he was helping them with rehabilitation. And he said this woman basically accused him of sleeping with some of those women. How that is true, we don't know. It could be pure paranoia. It could just be there are some women, if they see you saying hi to someone down the road, they assume you already have their phone number. They have trust issues. I'm just saying, I don't know. And I don't know if really and truly the brother maybe dropped his balls a couple of times between the legs of one of those women. We don't know. He could have been sexually compensating himself, by the use of his own NGO. We never know. So let me go on. He said she was feeling insecure. She made several allegations of him laying his wood more than the pencil factory in the sugar walls of the women. He was rehabilitating. He had people working for him. But anyway, that went burst. He had a lot of issues. So he said, it is needless to say that I haven't had joy in the 33 years of our marriage. Did you hear what I said? 33 years, double three. I don't even know what people refer to as joy in marriage at all. Rather, I've been under the heavy servitude of threats by my wife and a mom who kept threatening me with witchcraft and juju at all times. She arrogantly brags that her hands are overall my business endeavors and that anywhere I go to, I would meet a hand, and that moreover, she was the one who blocked the payment of the money due to my company in Ekiti State in Nigeria from being paid despite all efforts from the man himself. His people said, my people can't even come and visit me. I can't even bring my church members home. I say it's difficult to say that I've known joy in the marriage, which was why I left the house. It was a house, not a home. I was prevented from praying in our home. Man, he said, I ate and watched. I slept. He moved to the living room. I slept and woke on the couch. I ate and watched television on the same sofa that served as my bed for the last 5 years of my stay in the house, for which I still pay mortgage till today. Man, this is crazy, man. So the houses and other properties in Nigeria, which we built together from joint business of the supermarket, has long been taken over by her already. The houses and properties in Nigeria, which they built together from the joint business of the supermarket that he built, has long been taken over by her already. She changed the name on one of the houses to her own. I do not have the documents of any of the properties, nor do I have a single key to the houses in my possession. This is crazy. It is the only industrial land that was ever registered in my name. How can you sit there for 33 years of your life? That's a long time, man. That's a long freaking time. 33 years. I like this person. You must fight fire with fire. You goddamn right. Nor do I have a single key to the houses in my possession. It is only the industrial land that was ever registered in my name, and it was never an issue before now. As we speak, she is the one who employed people to farm vegetables on it for her. I have never slept in any of the houses before. I know that it is not safe to do so because of the evil activities of herself and her mom. I am not complaining. I only wish to regain my joyful and progressive life, which I regret bringing my wife into. Perhaps if I begin again, my destiny could be salvaged. I have been poisoned on 2 different occasions by my wife because of some properties in Nigeria that still have our names on them. See, there are so many things I can say here, which is the reason I said I would need help from Nigerians. What kind of help, man? I can't continue in this captivity. I'm battling depression. She has repeatedly accused me of sleeping with other women when I wasn't. Said I must mention that we also have another property in Songo near Lagos, which she flagrantly registered in her name, even though the money was from me. I actually gave her the money to buy that land and expected her to register it in the children's name. This is not normal. I think I'm reading the story of a man that has been spiritually trapped. It's not normal. No, no. I think we're reading the story of someone who has been entrapped spiritually. He is spiritually weak, clearly from the history. He's spiritually naked. So they have pretty much trapped him. Yahweh, I want to buy Sikia. That's not normal. That's the dark side of African spirituality. They've gone on a journey with him. He's trapped spiritually. It's not normal. 33 years of entrapment. That's a massive chunk of a human life. That's not normal. The Nigerian Italian businessman, well, he sent voice notes to a particular media outlet in which the wife threatened to kill and or disable him. He said, she said in the recording, don't delete all the voice notes I'm sending to you. You can send it to Italian policemen so that they can do the translation. I'm ready for you. Like I was saying, I'm ready to go to prison because of you. Even if I won't kill you here in Italy, I would disable you. To God who made me, if I don't take you down, I would disable you. And that was the story. She took over the properties and let me pin this to the screen. Now that's funny. Where is this man's balls? I suppose the balls are between his legs. They're just not activated. His balls are definitely between his legs, or perhaps they've been converted to a brand new vagina. That's crazy. Yeah, using the name of God to threaten to take him out. It you see, like I said, it's definitely not a normal story. I can tell. They've there is more than likely a some kind of collusion, a connivance between the so-called wife and her mom, who actually bragged about having the ability to bring dysfunction and split up, the said marriage over the years. So, what's happened is, and I'm talking to you now from through the lens, I'm looking at it through the lens of African spirituality. They have basically looked at the man's universal data. So someone who the universe is marked for prosperity, he's done pretty well. He could have done pretty well in the evening part of his life. He should be sitting neck deep in wealth. So they have manipulated him spiritually, and the woman has used him as a springboard to claw the best part of his life, and they've left him in emptiness and finished him. So he's alive, but he's pretty much a living dead, if that makes sense. Somebody said drop link for interactive voice convo. Okay, all right. If you want to come say something, let me drop you. Let me drop you the link. Come talk to me, man. Katie, thank you for the super chat. I've posted the link now. It should show up on the timeline. So the big mistake, the whole thing went banana shape. He didn't do his checks from the start. He didn't do his check from the start. He just jumped, picked this woman. He better start good lawyers in Italy and Nigeria to inventory assets and divorce. Solomon, I get what you're saying. When somebody's trapped spiritually, there is no logical reasoning. You don't understand. This is a story of a man. It goes beyond. You cannot be that utterly brain dead to sit somewhere for 33 years and just watch damage done to you day in, day out, week in, week out. Nah. Hold on. Let me bring on Katie. What's up, Katie?
Hi. Hopefully you can hear me well.
Loud and clear. Go on. What do you think?
Well, starting from the beginning, when he first met her, he was gullible in the first place. So he allowed himself to be used spiritually, because I don't believe that they did any juju at the beginning stage. They
No.
didn't know exactly, right? So how can you meet somebody and not, because to the story, he's trying to make himself sound like a victim, but he really is not. He's been very gullible. He chose somebody within a month. You marry the person, then within a month again, you impregnate the person. Not one child, not two, 3. Three children. Do you know how long, how many years is this?
Yeah, yeah. Three children over time, of course.
Yeah, and you already knew that she wasn't a good woman for you by then. Now, 33 years. When you say 33 years, my jaw dropped. I was like, what? Of course, you will go and change the title. In fact, you even go and put her name into the properties titles when you already knew that she wasn't that great of a woman. You already knew that you guys already having complications. So this story to me is comedy, is good entertainment, very good entertainment. But unfortunately, I can't feel pity.
Oh,
So
of course, of course.
I was trying to see how can I feel pity for the person. So maybe I wanted to ask you the question, can you see from his side, like make me feel pity for him? Because at the moment, the conversation, I'm not feeling pity
Well,
whatsoever for the person.
the thing is, you're quite right, and you'd be amazed the number of people out. I agree with you. You'd be amazed the number of people that pick blindly. Even some people, I get it. With this guy, it was within a short space of time.
Mm.
There are some people, because I'm inclined to African spirituality, and I say it. It's very important that you check compatibility. Some
Yeah,
people,
he mentioned being a Christian.
have basically amalgamated emotions
Mm.
with the wrong person that
Yeah,
ended up destroying their lives.
you can be Muslim, you can be Christian, you can be whatever you want to be, right? But if you choose to go and if you have your belief system, you say you're a
Mm,
Christian, you go and select somebody that you have not even assessed whether she was Christian. So I guess Christianity was not really your value.
mm.
Because how can you marry somebody that you say you knew in a short period of time and you didn't bother assess the things that are important to you? You claim yourself to be a Christian, right? So if you say you were a Christian, then your values is Christianity. Did you check that the woman had those values?
You didn't even look into her background,
It didn't.
family,
Exactly.
history, and then
Yeah.
she did hide, she concealed some
Mm,
things. In fact, the man that she called, because I think I skipped that bit, that she called her father. It turned out that he was a stepfather. A lot of lies, and then at that time she was already in Italy, and it's and then I believe that something was then, he was foolish from the start, but then something was activated against him in terms of negative spirituality. You get what I'm saying? So
but
they
let me
took,
understand, because maybe I'm missing the part of the story. Did they meet in Italy or did they meet in Nigeria?
no, he met her in Nigeria. He then took her to Italy.
Did he take her to Italy after having kids or?
No, no, no. He met her in Nigeria, and then he took her to Italy, and they had all the kids in Italy.
Uh, he hasn't told us the whole story. It cannot make sense because I can't imagine somebody be that gullible. To do papers in Italy, because I'm Italian. I mean, I live in the UK now,
Nice.
but I'm Italian. To do papers in Italy is really, really hard. Yeah.
But he's been
You,
there since '88, though.
oh,
Immigration rules might have been different then, or even perhaps even harder. But we go by the stories, and I get where you may be coming from, but we just go by what's in front of us. But if it's a 33-year marriage, even the person now, I can imagine it's not a young person, it's an older person. That's a long time. That's a huge chunk of your life, you know.
wow.
But then
Wow.
somebody said there are two sides to a story. That's right. But my own point is, because we can have all sorts of assumptions. It's, to be honest, you'd be surprised. How people sit in dysfunction for a huge chunk of their lives. It happens. And some people, they have been trapped, like I said, because he claims about because he even sent this story was sent to Sahara Reporters, which is a well-known
Mm.
news outlet in Nigeria and stuff. Yeah. So it's crazy. It's just crazy. The start of the life was totally wrong. Saw this woman working as a maid in the local clinic. He just moved to her, asked her hand in marriage. Wow. So
Yeah, this is when people move by sight. So he has to take some responsibility. So I want to know, what advice would you give to that person at this present stage? Like, I'm sure that he's a viewer, so he's probably follows you and he's probably looking to hear any advices that the public can actually
yeah,
give
that's
him.
why they send me these stories, man.
Yeah, but what is the advice? Because at the moment, the first reaction, even from reading all the comments, why are you still with the person 33 years?
It's
You
crazy.
know? So
He
maybe we
said,
don't want to.
according to the story, he's saying, oh, he wanted his kids to grow. in a so-called, father enabled or father type of present environment. Again, you hear some even women use that as an excuse to remain in domestic violence or in a domestic
Mhm.
violence infected environment. They will say, oh, because of, we say that in Africa a lot. Oh, I waited there because of the children. So when the children grow, they will say to you, Mom, why didn't you leave? Like, we can love our dad from a distance if we choose to love him or have a relationship with him from a distance. You don't have to remain in there, but I think it's some of the parts of the toxic culture that you have to remain and die in filth. So some people are
But
like that.
yeah, that would make sense if he was a woman, because the pressure is actually put on a woman not to leave. But men don't really have the pressure from family member to remain in a
Some
marriage.
men, well, this is a classic example of a simp. Some men are like that too.
Yeah, we don't have simp in Nigeria. African men can never be simp. If you
Oh,
are
come
simp,
on. There are some. No, what I would
African men,
agree with you is that you might say there's a low percentage. There are men that are simps, that are
the
better
culture
men.
does not allow it, because the culture is in favor of men, unfortunately. So if you are simp and you're still an African man, it means, I don't know. I can't explain. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, it's definitely spiritually, something happened spiritually, but prior to being spiritually, it was gullible himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% sure. But what I want to ask is, because I'm
Yeah.
sure the person is listening, what is your advice? Because me, I
What
said
is
to
my
leave.
advice? To be
Mm,
honest, you see, given given the length and the years already gone by, I can't turn back the hands of time. The damage is done. So I mean, he said it himself, you can only pick up the pieces of, wherever you are right now and move on, because there's no mysterious analysis that I can give to this. If he was like, oh, like there's a pile up of, issues and you've been there for like maybe 4 or 5 years, the same thing. If it was like something really simple going on, we might say, oh, is it worth rescuing or something like that? You get what I'm saying? Is that a way you can, but you've spent like a lifetime dealing with this truckload of mess. You said the last 5 years of that relationship, he said, according to the story, he slept in the living room on the couch. She's denied him love making, blah, blah. Fam, just get out and go, man.
but I think he has gone out. He has done something himself as well, because I cannot believe that in 33 years, no sugar walls is not possible. I I just cannot
We could be
imagine.
reading a story from the Nigerian version of Pope John Paul.
I cannot imagine. So he definitely
Yeah.
has done something in his part. So he has done something. I don't think he
Well,
was
he's
an
selling the story as though he has been loyal to a reasonable
not for
extent.
33 years. Not even Jesus could do it. I doubt it. He died at 33, in fact, so we wouldn't know. But no, I don't think he's been faithful to his wife either.
Well,
No,
I,
because
I, I
you mentioned that you work for the NGOs. You mentioned about the prostitution that you're rescuing. So I see where the insecurity of the wife also came, because the wife knew that she was doing, she was giving sugar walls for other people to drink their teas. But at the same time, I know that he was also going to collect sugar walls from other people to make his own tea, right? And prostitution in Italy is a serious thing. You just
yeah,
walk on the roads at the runabout, they're all there. So you cannot tell me did not have temptation for
yeah, but it
33 years.
wouldn't exactly be a bad idea that somebody has an NGO for rehabilitation. Somebody's going to rehabilitate those people, though.
Yeah, but Italy is full of corruption from the top to the bottom, from all organization, everything. So you might be there to help people to come out of prostitution, and then you are the same very person using them.
Somebody said 5 years on the couch with no sugar. Nah, I'm going out. Sorry.
Right? It's not possible. It's not possible. Especially where, because Italy is not like UK that you don't see prostitution. Prostitution in Italy is everywhere, all around the road. In fact, you will walk like a normal. Usually, it's always black women. You will walk around. You're going to school, and cars are just stopping, asking you how much. And I
Wow.
remember I was even 10 years old, 12 years old. I'm walking to the bus stop, random cars. How much? So I do not believe that I didn't go and collect sugar walls elsewhere. But
Thank you, Katie.
thanks for the interaction.
Thank you.
I'm gonna jump out.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers. Uh, Victoria? Are you there, Victoria? Or mute your mic, please.
Oh, hi, Hamia.
Hello.
Um, Hi, Franklin.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go on.
Oh, yeah, perfect. So this is my first time joining the show, to be honest. Like, it just caught my attention, like the notification, and I was like, wait, what? So, so far, so good. I feel like the man has just been like, sorry to say, dumb
Go on.
enough
Speak your
to
truth. Go on.
enough to like stay in that situation for 33 freaking years. Are you kidding me? I can't even imagine you having to go through the whole stress you went through, and then someone has the guts to say, okay, yeah, in your own house, you're paying for the mortgage, you're sleeping on the couch for 5 freaking years without getting no sugar. Hell no.
So you lot are
Funny,
saying, yeah.
sorry. When you
somebody's
say
saying, somebody's saying the Vaseline on that couch, man.
honestly, it's just I'm so shocked. At the same time, I'm so amazed. Like, okay, some people are just like, wow, so gullible to just say, oh yeah, I'm going to work here out with my wife because of my kids. Trust me, your kids won't appreciate the fact that you're not happy with your wife, their mom. They can see everything that goes on. They can
Hmm,
see everything that goes on. From my own experience, my parents, they're not together anymore.
right.
I was the one that told my mom because I could see how toxic the relationship got. I told my mom it's
Hmm,
better to walk out if you want to stay alive. I
mm-hmm.
deleted my dad's number on my mom's phone. Now she's living a happy life, and
So
everyone is
mom's got a
living.
new partner now.
My mom, I've got a stepdad, and they're living a happy life.
You're a bad girl, so you got mom a new
Honestly,
man.
look, seriously, I don't give a damn about whatever, as long as you're happy.
Got
If
you.
you're not happy for 33 years, are you kidding me? What are you teaching your kids then? What are you teaching your kids?
It's
If you
true.
can't if you can't tell your own kids that no matter what, your happiness is what matters the most. Yeah, fine, we're all Nigerians. Doesn't mean that we have to continue that stupid mentality. Hell no. We have to suffer inside the whole situation. Go possible. I'm not going to like. I'm so grateful for the kind of mother I've got, that because she's been here. I'm in the UK, by the way.
Yeah,
She's been here for over like 17 years, and our mentality has gradually grown out of the typical Nigerian mom's mentality. So everything
got
I
you.
say, she tries to understand as well. That okay, yeah, actually, this is true. This is the right thing to do. But a lot of Nigerians, especially our mom's age, them 50 something years ages, like them people, man, they just have that crazy mentality that oh my pussy benio. Hell no. What kind of rubbish is that? This man, unfortunately, he's lived his whole 33 years of life in that kind of marriage. And then I don't know exactly what he was teaching his kids, because even if he's lying to the kids
Do you
and
know what? Do you know
pretending,
what's funny? Let me add something to that. I get why,
yeah,
people are exclamating like 33 years. Do you know if you flip the script, there are so many
yeah,
women, especially like our mom's generation, that
mm-hmm,
spend a whole lifetime, and I mean lifetime, in
mm,
dead marriages. Yes or no? Do you agree?
yeah,
There is plenty of them.
there
Of
is.
course, I mean, I agree 100%. Like Katie said earlier, people are exclamating, like, why would you be? There are people, in fact, it's a lot more common with women that spend, and I mean, lifetime. There are people that actually would die in those dead relationships. Like, and when you get to talk with those people, have a bit of a chit chat with them, you find out that everything good that could possibly be enjoyed within the confines of that union is gone way like years ago. They're just there
They're
fulfilling
just
righteousness.
pretending to be
Oh,
happy. Like,
because what would the Anglican
no.
church say? What would the Catholic church say? Because the pastor said,
You know,
oh,
my mom
because
still says
the
that, despite the
society.
fact that she's been here in like for a long time. My mom still says, what will my sister say? What will my uncle say? What will my pastor say if I do this? I'm like, how is it their business? How is it their effing business, for Christ's sake? Like, you know yourself, you have to be happy. Your happiness doesn't tie with nobody's happiness. If you're happy, trust me, your kids will be happy. Your my mom was she, you know, the situation between my mom and my dad went so bad that my mom was in coma for 3 good months.
Wow.
I know. So you expect me to now come and say, "Oh yeah, keep hanging around"? Hell no! I told my dad. I said, "You want to kill my mother? You want to kill my mother? I don't even care if you guys you've got your own differences. Just let her go. Let her go." And my mom, because my mom, fortunately, my mom is changed now. My mom is just like this man. That she's like, "Oh, I don't know what people will say. I don't know this because of my
But
kids."
she's with the new guy now. She's happy,
Yeah,
right?
she's the new guy now. So which I said, fortunately, because my mom is always saying, "I don't know."
Let mama enjoy herself, man. Come on, man.
Honestly, I'm so happy myself because now I can see her in a new light. Because now she is flourishing. This is what I want to see in a lot of Africans now. Because
Yeah,
our mentality is just so toxic. We've got that deranged mentality that, oh, we have to, the moment we give birth to a child for a man, we have to suffer there. We have to die there. Hell no. If you're not happy, you don't have to be beaten up, battered. There is something called emotional mentality. Like, are you kidding me? That is the like everything is bad, yeah, but emotional mentality cuts through to your heart. So I just feel like this man, just no matter how long it's been, it should just work out. It should just work out. If you really want to be happy, genuinely happy, trust me, your kids are going to be happy for you. Because
that's
if you're
right.
not happy, you can't be fulfilled. If you're not happy in life, you can't be fulfilled. It's not possible. You'll be thinking about this whole situation. You'll be depressed. Everything will just be going the wrong way for you. You won't be able to think straight. It doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Honestly. Anyways, that's just my own opinion. So thank
Thank
you
you,
so much for
Victoria.
having me.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Um, Nana.
Hi, Franklin. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Loud and clear. How are you?
Hi. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm all right. Thanks.
In fact, you are doing a very good job.
Thank you.
This is my first time talking on your show, and I can't stop listening to you. I've been listening to you for a while, almost about 2 to 3 years now. And my brother, in fact, you got a good sense of judgment.
Thank you. So, what do you think about
Good
this?
job.
Did you start from the beginning with us, or you caught it in the?
I just came through, and then I just saw the caption, and I was like, let me try and find out if I can speak to you about the issue. Um, what I can say is, you know where we come from as an Africans, yeah. These things that we call religion. I've been listening to you now. You keep banging on them every time. I thought I was the only person that has got to know this toxic that we get from religion. In fact, sometimes I sit down myself and I'm like, am I the only person that have got to know this or not? So when I found your channel, yeah, and I've
Hmm.
been listening to you, and I was like, oh my word. So this has been also like they got to know all
Can't hear you, Nana. Come out the studio and come back in, yeah? Your audio is gone. Come out and come back in. Willie Bees.
How's it going, bro? Mr.
Not
Franklin.
bad, man. What do you
Yeah,
think?
man, the guy has a lot of issues going on. Um, just to put it mildly, I think first of all he needs to reset the button within himself. Get out of that toxic relationship. I mean, 33 years. I mean, not promoting anything violent, but some folks do murder and they're already out after they've served their time. So I think he's definitely done more than enough in terms of the suffering. About time he needs to first of all get himself right mentally, emotionally, because he comes across as someone that's really he's been shattered for so long. That's the first thing, self-care. Two, man, if it doesn't work, just move on. About time he, moved on with his own life. In terms of the businesses, unfortunately, he could fight it in court, but you have to cut your losses at some point. Cut your
Mm,
losses, try and reset your life, rebuild from what you can, wherever you can get back from the courts, based off of the documentation and all the proofs you could have to show that before he got married into that toxic relationship, he had, some things going on for him.
that's
And
right.
if the courts are in his favor, at least they should be able to apportion some of it to him, and then he just have to rebuild his life. It's happened. Left to me, it's way too long. 33 years. I mean, within a year or two, really, you know, this is where sometimes folks just keep banging on a rock, trying to make something work that's not meant to work anyway. A lady or supposedly wife going out midnight, coming back. Obviously, I mean, you don't have to be I don't know, a scientist to know someone's laying the pipe outside, and you and you are here wishing on the home. I mean, that is so wrong on so many
There,
levels. So, but
there's somebody clapping them chicks outside. God damn it.
you know, well, yeah, that's my 2 cents. I just hope he gets himself right. But he ain't
Um,
right. That's it. Thank you, Mr.
bro,
Franklin.
thank you, bro.
One,
Thank you. See, thank you, Willie Bees, man. It's crazy. For me, from my point of view, from my analysis of this, the weakness is jaw dropping. The start of the journey of life with that woman back in 1980, he was absolutely wrong. He picked wrongly. He picked blindly. Brought her to. I think I can picture. Perhaps I can imagine what the lady looked like at the time. He didn't do his findings. A lot of African men love that. I stand to be corrected, but if I unpack it based on what I've read, he saw her working like a maid in the local clinic. He liked the idea. So many people have done this. A truckload of people within African diaspora have done that. And they've bitten their fingers over the years. So it's the idea of commodifying women, a woman that I can chain down, I can have control mechanism. So in this particular person's case, he picked a three-headed dragon, a quiet, a quiet looking monster at the time. So because the mindset was, I can imagine he went from Italy in the 80s, you know, it felt like, he came from abroad. You can imagine. Saw this woman working as a maid in the local clinic. He just thought, perfecto. I'll take this with me to Italy. You know, I'll keep her under my control. I'll tell her where the wind blow from. Is it necessary to investigate the background of this person, get to know her properly before amalgamating your emotions? No. Will you marry me? Because he already thought, easy catch. Let me take this. Easy catch, easy touch. Right? A lot of men have done this. I'm telling you, man, a lot of men have done this over the years. Over the years, the idea of let me go and pick a woman like from the village, or from they would say the ones whose eyes are not yet opened. She might be a bit primitive because she lives in the outskirts of town, but she moves into the same environment. The environment will sort of sharpen her as long as the brain is working, right? And then, like I said, the intention is always to cage those women, deliver my access to the sugar walls night, afternoon, morning, whenever I want it, put my semolina, my pounded yam, my vegetable soup on the table 24/7, smash the woman, make a bunch of babies, do as you're told, keep your head down. Don't worry about careers. Don't worry about any business. I'll bring the money. Just throw them butt cheeks open when I need to smack them chicks. Supply me with immeasurable access to the sugar wall when I need it. Do as you're told. Carry the babies, throw the boobies in their mouth, give them the breast milk when they need it, get my food done, get the laundry sorted. If I've just come from a long day at work, I need access to the butt cheeks, spread them butt cheeks, let me smash the sugar walls, and the cycle goes on. Take the children to school, come back from school, get a quick smacking of the butt cheeks again, smash the woman through the kitchen window before she drops to the ground floor, smash her back upstairs, get her to do the food shopping, do your laundries, put your balls in her mouth when you feel like it, and she mustn't say no. There were men that got away with that. Bust your legs wide open. Before the baby at hand turns 2, smash her, she's pregnant again. Just have multiple children. Control, control, control for your selfish gratification. A lot of men bought into that nasty narrative because the women on the same wavelength as them in the West want to jat on. Their eyes are not just opened. Their eyelids are open to the back of their skull. Their eyes are rotating around their heads in 360 degrees. So if you dish the foolishness, they will chop it up for you one time. So men don't like that, those type of women. They're labeled as, oh, they're too exposed. They're westernized. No, they're not westernized. They can just identify bullshit from miles away. Once it do corner. So if you are telling them not to say hello to Brother Theophilus after church service, they will challenge your thought process that, why can't I say hello? It's different from a woman being mischievous or philandering or, having an affair. But, hey, I don't want you hugging anybody. I don't want you taking picture with a group of men in the men's fellowship because I think they might be looking at your bum. Oh, that's your hips are showing too much in that skirt. I need you to wear a skirt that covers your toes with 1,000 pleatings. And then the woman is able to say, nope. I want to be the one to measure the amount, the length of the cleavage that's allowed to be exposed to the general public. In fact, I want all your dresses to start in the form of a turtleneck. I want to be the only one to catch a whiff of the cleavage. And the woman says no. And it's war, So the woman calls and say, can you help me bring out the chicken from the freezer and defrost it? And babe, can you help me throw it on fire? How dare you? You've joined the European gangs of, philandering African women. Kapow, kapow, kapow. Ah, Mrs. Such and such, what happened to your eyeballs? I fell off the stairs. I fell off the stairs. Even when they can see your fingerprint, I fell down the stairs. Yeah. So some men want that. I'm sort of expanding on that a little bit. So they believe that the ones that grew up here, or the ones that met here, if the woman spots the shadow of the back of your hand coming through towards her cheeks, she's coming guns blazing after you. She's letting the authorities know that you have basically dislocated her lower jaw, and she will push to the full extent of the law. So they go home with the hope of bringing the blind one from the village. And then those ones come here. They already have the localized demons in them. You think, oh, they're just leaving locally. No, it's just because they lack exposure. There's already, some of them are by default settings. They are even demonic themselves, but you don't know. You assume based on your external assessment that you can control this one, and then you bring out to the West, and then the demons come out with the enablement of the Western system, and then you can't contain the woman, and then she takes you on a lifelong journey and shows you hell. Does that mean that some men that bring people from home, that they don't have happy relationships? And so there are people like that. But if you have the mindset of commodifying women, this is what happens. That's what I think. But it's only a foolish person. You go home miles away and you see some woman, and then you randomly bring her to Italy, and then you knock her up and you have a bunch of children, and then you think, yeah, you're just going to get away with it. If you had done your findings, again, because I'm a proud practitioner of Ifa, I always like to chime this in. This is not for anyone to buy into it. I'm a proud practitioner of African spirituality. I'll tell you for free about choosing all these partners, man. Compatibility checks. As the universe matched you with that person, and this is not gender specific. Some people, they are destined to have a good life. They are destined to be successful. They are destined to be great in this dispensation. The wrong choice of partner will absolutely obliterate their lives and destroy them. Just the wrong partner choice is game over. It's not enough. From what I've learned so far, it's not enough that somebody looks gorgeous. They have, sexy looking pair of breasts and butt cheeks and nice shape and thighs. Forget that, man. How much is the consultation fee? Who is consulting who? Who are you consulting? What consultation fee? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not enough, the physical features. And this is not gender specific. Some of you men, or some of you women, you have a bright, promising life. You meet this guy, he has nice arms, he's educated, he's gone to university, he has this degree, he has a good job, he's earning blah, 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 blah. He lives in the heart of London, he works in central London, he has a nice car, he's bought his first property. On paper, a truckload of women will be, somebody's looking for IFA consultation. No, I am not a Babalawo. I'm not a custodian of the secrets of the universe, so I can't give you the services of divination. Sorry. So it's not enough to go by the physical features. So many people have picked wrongly, and that's right there. The moment you amalgamate your emotions with the wrong person, it just sends your life in the wrong direction. It's not enough that, oh, you have the ability to impregnate a woman. No. You understand? I'm telling you, man. So many women who have a promising future have amalgamated, have actually allowed, have bust their legs wide open to the wrong man. There's a spiritual implication to these things. They're just something suppressive spiritually. That man, every time it gets on top of you and smashes you to smithereens, there's something affecting you spiritually, and vice versa. There are some men, the wrong woman will absolutely destroy your life. I'm telling you, man, for free. Thank you. Somebody said pregnancy is the easy part. That's right. There are men that it's the woman that you laid with, and the one that's the mother of your children that you keep laying with. You keep laying with. I mean, you're actually married to somebody right now. You might be like, oh yeah, that's my wife. Oh, you bang low. For example, in Ifa, if you meet a lady, and this is not like, oh, you're trying to do anything bad. No. That's not what Ifa is about. You do compatibility check, because the universe has the right person already matched with you. You just have to come across that person. You do compatibility checks, and then you find out, am I compatible with this person? Yes. That's your man. That's your woman. Then you go ahead. Do you know how many people out there? Wrong. There are a truckload of men who have the ability, as long as you're biologically functioning, right? You can get bloodshot in your genitalia and you can get any woman pregnant, right? The same thing with women. If you're functioning properly, you got your ovaries and whatever, you have the ability to get pregnant. Does that mean the man you lay with is the right man for you? Both men and women. I kid you not. Some people, just because of amalgamating your emotions with the wrong person, there's no way your life would take a sharp left, a very sharp left down the freaking drain. Absolutely destroyed. And you will never recover. Never. Doesn't matter how many years you've been together. Doesn't matter. You realize that some of you are listening, you realize the sense of fulfillment in your life. There's a gaping hole inside of you. There is no sense of fulfillment. That's why it's always nice to check. This man, 33 years wasted, definitely picked the wrong life partner. Definitely. Phrankleen, do you know any good? No, I'm not going to recommend anybody to you. Particularly, I don't know you. If I know you offline, in person, I may give it consideration, but on here, nope. So that's what I'm saying, man. Unfortunately, we cannot turn back the hands of time. You dig? The only thing for this brother is whatever years is left for him on this planet, in this dispensation, he can hopefully make the best of it. It's sad, really. There's so many people that have made children and brought them into existence with the wrong people. That's why there will be issues. Even those energies will affect those children with a lot of cobwebs of complexity. What I've learned in my journey in the pathway of practicing African spirituality so far, one of the things I've discovered is it's always nice to know about what you're about to step into. So say, for example, if somebody, I'm talking hypothetically now, say Abolaji, I just pick a random name, one of the people on the timeline now. Abolaji is my friend. I know him offline. And he approaches me and says, oh, Phrankleen, let's amalgamate our finance. Let's start bringing container of like Nigerian foods or to the UK, gari, beans, rice, dried fish, and let's start supplying across the UK. On paper, it's a brilliant idea. Yes or no? Abolaji has money. He has £20,000. I have £15,000, right? That's £35,000. Oh, Franklin, let's load up a container, or let's do group page. Let's get a couple of pallets in. Let's start off. And this, it's on paper, it's a brilliant idea. Why not? There is a growing Nigerian community in the UK, London, Manchester, everywhere. So if you ask me, Franklin, now the old Franklin, like most people, I look at the idea, like, yeah, bro, let's get it, man. Maybe I grew up with Abolaji, he's my good friend. Bro, let's do it. We'll get a lawyer, we'll do document, we'll open a business account. Great. But the current Franklin, the one who is fully aligned with his Ori, the one who is fully initiated to the order of Ifa, who has done his Itefa. However much I like Abolaji, I will do a divination, my Dai Faliluri. I will take it before Ifa. And that's not because I have a preconceived notion about Abolaji, or I think he's a bad person, or he's going to dupe me. Nope. So I'll take it, my Dai Faliluri. A friend of mine, Bolaji, this, has brought this fantastic idea. The Shen Dawali. If Ifa signals yes, or it's a brilliant idea, you guys will face a challenge from competitors that will try to destroy you down the lines. Shetutubai, venerate these deity, or do this, do that. Now, you deal with the outcome. Okay, it's safe to go ahead. Well, I've got to do this. If Ifa says no, don't do the business, because down the line it will turn out negative. You're going to lose X amount of money. It might even get you incarcerated. So I'll go back to Abolaji and say, hey, bro, thank you for the opportunity, but no. You can call me crazy all you like. Ifa is so potent. If you like, you can have coconut head, have goat head, ignore it. I will put my life online. Go into that business. You will turn around to bite your fingertips. Facts. Do you understand? So now the reason I'm giving you that idea, imagine the truckload of people out there that make decisions every day with no proper basis to it, with no third eye activation behind it. Do I have your attention? Do you get where I'm coming from? So yeah, if I look once over there, if I let it, if I Tony and it you swashi. Thank you, if I read. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for the super chat. I hope we've learned one or two things. I hope the brother can recoup, cut his losses and move on and enjoy what's left of his life. I appreciate your contributions. Thank you to Katie. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you to everyone that's contributed. And thank you for the Cash App donation. And my name is Phrankleen. I'm the brain behind this channel. Have an awesome weekend. Somebody said, oh, hang on. Majority of the people watching you are Christians, my brother. No. Majority of the people watching me, they are Christians in the front end. A lot of the people watching me, they know about Ifa. They have a backdoor approach. You understand? Majority of the people watching me, they are Christians in the front end. They are Muslims in the front end. They proclaim Christianity. A lot of them benefit from the blessings and the potency of Ifa, but they don't showcase it openly like I do. Do you understand me? So the difference between myself and a lot of them is I am not a Christian. I left that. I am not a Muslim. I'm a proud and open practitioner of Ifa. Do you understand? So There you go. But if somebody is a Christian, and this is not about trying to get anybody into this, way of life. If this way of life is for you, the universe will direct you accordingly. You understand me? But that's me done. Thank you for the super chat, Katie. Do daily live streams. You know what? I'll try. I'll give it a go in this December and see if I can do daily live streams. Thank you very much, Katie. Thank you. So, let me go for my cow leg pepper soup with 2 bottles of beer or more. I wish I could join you. Cow leg pepper soup with two bottles of beer, man. Imagine if you put Heineken or like trophy, those two to go, cow leg. Anyways, that's me done. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend, and I'll try my best. I might come online tomorrow. All right, I might come online tomorrow. Katie, I'm taking on your challenge. If I can get good topics, you people should send me topics. You want me to do daily live streams? Send me your topics, man, to my email address, foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Look in the description below. Send me nice topics I can react to, something we can learn from. All right. Peace and love, man. Bye-bye. Let me see. I'm trying to end it.